A 24-year-old man named Anand sat on the train, his face glued to the window. His father, Mr. Sharma, was sitting next to him, holding his hand gently. The train had just started moving, and the wheels were clacking on the tracks. Anand suddenly let out a shout of pure joy. "Dad, look, the trees are going behind. They're running away from us so fast," he exclaimed, his voice high with excitement. He pointed an eager finger at the blur of green outside. Mr. Sharma smiled warmly. He watched his son's face, which was filled with wonder he had never seen before. For years, Anand's face had been calm, serene, but now it was alive, moving with every sight. A young couple, perhaps in their late 20s, sat across the aisle. Maya and Rohan had been quietly talking, but Anand's loud outbursts made them stop. They looked at Anand with a mix of surprise and pity. A man that old acting like a small child seemed strange to them. A few minutes passed. The train picked up speed. Anand watched a small village flash by. "Dad, look, the houses are tiny, they look like toys. And look at the cows in the field, they're so far away, but I can still see them." The young man, Rohan, leaned over and whispered to his partner, "Maya, he's a grown man. Why is he shouting? It sounds like a small boy." Maya shook her head sadly. "It's difficult for his father. He seems to have a serious problem. I feel bad for the old man." Just then, the train went around a curve, and Anand's attention went to the sky. "Dad, look, the clouds, they are running with us. They look like soft, white cotton. And the sky is the deepest blue I've ever seen. I mean, imagine. Is that what blue really looks like?" he exclaimed again. Rohan and Maya exchanged a look. They couldn't stay quiet anymore. They felt they had to say something. They worried about the older man struggling with his son. Rohan spoke up gently, looking at Mr. Sharma. "Excuse me, sir. We couldn't help but hear your son. We are worried about him." Maya added, her voice full of concern, "Why don't you take your son to a good doctor? He seems troubled. Maybe a specialist could help him." Mr. Sharma looked at the concerned young couple. He saw the pity in their eyes, the judgment masked by kindness. He didn't get angry. He simply gave them a gentle, understanding smile. He knew what they were thinking. He looked back at his son, whose face was still shining with pure, fresh wonder. Anand was busy trying to trace the path of a bird flying alongside the train. Mr. Sharma turned back to Rohan and Maya. His voice was calm and soft as he shared their truth. "Thank you for your concern," he said. "I did take my son to a good doctor. In fact, we are just coming from the hospital in the city now." He paused, letting his words sink in. The young couple looked confused. He put a loving hand on Anand's arm. "My son, Anand, was blind from birth," he explained simply. "For 24 years, he lived in complete darkness. Today, thanks to a wonderful doctor and a new operation, he just got his eyes." Rohan and Maya's faces changed instantly. The pity in their eyes turned into deep shame and then into overwhelming awe. They realized their quick judgment had been so wrong. This wasn't childish behavior, it was the birth of sight. It was the most beautiful moment of his life. Tears welled up in Maya's eyes. Rohan quickly reached out and put a hand on Mr. Sharma's arm in a gesture of apology and respect. I am so sorry, sir," Rohan stammered. "We had no idea. We were so quick to judge. This is truly wonderful news." Anand, hearing the new voices, turned away from the window, his eyes wide and bright. He smiled a perfect, joyful, and completely innocent smile at the couple. "Hello," he said, his voice now quieter. "It's amazing. Everything is so clear. I can see your faces." The couple smiled back, deeply touched. They finally understood the full, incredible story behind the shouts of joy. Every single person you meet on the planet has a story.